Good morning, my name's Jonathan from Mental Help, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Tourette's. Now, Tourette's is something that's really quite obsessive. It really inhibits your life. You want to go and do something and you're going to get tics that are going to be embarrassing. And you do suppress them. I'm suppressing them right now with my shoulder. Flipping heck, it's hard work, I tell you. It's like having itches you cannot reach or scratch. I've tried to overcome it all my life and it's jolly impossible. You wake up in the morning, for the first 5 seconds you haven't got Tourette's, and then as you get up, the first one kicks in, and then once you've done it once, you've got to do it twice, and sometimes it kind of like ends up being like a marathon of tics, as you know. If you've got Tourette's, you know all these things. I don't have to go into too much detail. However, I want to go into a bit of detail for parents and friends and loved ones of people who have tics and possibly have Tourette's. One thing I learnt about Tourette's is that when a habit gets so bad that it causes you neck ache, backache, whatever, you actually physically cannot do it anymore. You can't move your head because your neck is so sore, whatever the case may be. The habit then transforms into something else. I used to get, and I still do get it, not to the same extent, a habit of kicking my toe onto the floor when I'm walking with shoes. What that does is it scuffs the end of your shoe. It normally causes it to kind of peel open, and when you're young, your mum's not too pleased with that sort of thing. She thinks you've been playing football in your best shoes. It is possible to replace tics with other tics. A cough could end up being a head jerk. I've done those. Very embarrassing. Especially when you think no one's watching and you have a marathon head shake and someone's watching and it's like, it's very hard to get out of that. I've spent a lot of time learning about Tourette's, and the neurological side to it is very complicated. But basically, something broken in your head. There's just some communication part. You've got a Jeff up there. Jeff is the name I give my OCD. Right, idiot. Really, really messes my life up. But I call it Jeff because it just puts a smile on my face. I have learned a technique, and it is actually a technique that is used to help people who have got Tourette's. And I'm going to try to show you how it works this morning. When you are going to do a tic, if you think carefully about the habit, now for example, this is going to not help me because I do this one, I go like that, and it clicks my bones and eventually hurts my neck. Now that's what I do a lot, and quite often I will disguise it with, oh yeah, oh that's better, oh great, oh yeah, doing a bit of a warm-up, and sometimes it will get really bad. Like I can't get it. Like now I'm stretching it down and it's not right. Pushing it up. And I've got myself into a situation now where I can't get out. Exhausting just doing that. Now my neck is sore and my arm feels like I've stretched it a bit too much. If you keep doing these things, mark my words, you will find it very hard to move your arm after a bit. When you are going to do a tic, there's something that comes before it. So when I'm going to do that shoulder tic, for example, I start to feel this tension just around here. When that starts to happen, when you feel that tension, and you know that's the sign that it's going to happen. The way that the professionals do actually do this is they will get you to put your finger up when you're going to tic. And it's kind of like training your brain. When you're doing something, if you notice you're going to do your tic, and what I've started to do is I put my finger up. The idea is to get your finger up before you do it. And if you keep practicing, try to practice getting your finger in the air before you actually do it. As soon as you feel the tension, there, get your finger up. By doing that, you are focusing on the feeling you get before you actually do the embarrassing tic. The overall reason for doing this is so that you become aware of when you're doing your tic. So we want to become aware of every time we are doing a certain tic. Let's not try and sort them all out in one go. In a way, this is kind of habit reversal. If you have got your friend with you, explain very clearly that you are just dealing with one tic, none of the others, and ask them not to pay any attention to anything else. It's just the one that we're concentrating on, which is the shoulder one. I'm doing it myself now. Don't rush. Take your time with that. Doing it now automatically. Then you're ready to go to the next step, which is called competing response training. So we have to choose very carefully a different action to do. It must be something that directly conflicts with the tic that we're already doing. I'm going to decide to fold my arms like this, and I'm going to hold them tight. It's not going to interfere with what I'm doing in life, unless I'm holding some eggs. There are 3 rules to this. The action you choose must help to control the original tic or restrain it a little bit. It must also be something that is less obvious than the initial tic. And finally, it must be something that you can do anywhere. The principle behind it is as soon as you start to feel you're getting that tic, you go and do this instead. A final thing that's important when doing this is if you've got someone like a friend, a loved one, explain to them what you're doing, go through it with them, and get them to be your accountability partner. And what I mean by that is someone who knows what you're doing, and if they see you suddenly go like that, they need to be able to say to you, well done, that's good. They need to be there for when you are feeling a bit rubbish and struggling with it, because it's not necessarily going to be easy doing this. Nothing's easy, is it? But everything that's worth working for generally takes a bit of effort. But it's great to have someone with you who can help you. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be doing a follow-up video to this, which I'm excited about. And I'm also anxious about, because now I've actually got to, again, do something that I've said I'm going to adhere to see what sort of results I can glean from it. This is not that stupid not eating bread for 30 days. That lasted about a day, that did. Anyway, thanks very much. Take care and God bless.